Welcome everyone to my presentation about discriminating between similar languages and dialects. Well, this is a still common and hard NLP problem because it's very hard even for native speaker to distinguish between similar languages. And this is mostly due to the high overlap in vocabulary and grammar. Some examples that we're dealing with are, for example, different variations of Spanish and Portuguese. Well, one could say this is then simple classification task in machine learning, and it is, but it's simply a harder one than just to identify main languages. And one could see the analogy in real life. For example, if a kid in the US is learning German at school, and once he moves to Vienna, for example, he would most likely be able to recognize the German language, but it would be hard for the kid to recognize different variations of the language. For example, if some person is speaking some Austrian dialect of some Austrian German, or even Austrian Swiss German variations. So yeah, it's not an easy task. In this experiment, I wanted to experiment a bit with transformers, and I took the BERT-based multilingual pre-trained model from Hugging Face, and I fine-tuned it with my own dataset for my own task. So in the full task setting, we have 12 different languages, which are variations of Portuguese, Spanish, Bosnian Serbo-Croatian, and 4 German dialects all together. But in a subtask, we want to focus only on one group of languages, which in this example would be Bosnian, Serbian, Croatian, which are very similar languages. And for the subtask, I was able to find a customized transformer, which was trained on 8 billion tokens, and I finally compared it to the multilingual model. So here are the results. We were able to beat both baselines for both tasks. And interestingly, we could also beat our more generic transformer model in the subtask using a customized one. Not by much, but still a better performance. So one could say maybe the results for you look promising, but unfortunately, they are still far from the best results achieved in the competitions. And this is also because in the competitions, the experts use more traditional methods, which involve a lot of tuning and coming up with own methods, kind of. So transformers still not able to beat these strong traditional methods. Generally speaking, all languages all models in this task are very sensitive to permutations. So it's a good advice to consider removing identity words, which would be, for example, cities or first and last names that are very common in a language. The demo of this application, and here you could, for example, type in a sentence and click on predict language, which would give you out the probability for all languages. And this is a sentence now in Croatian. So we can see a Croatian probability 40% and Bosnian 57. We can try to exclude all the other languages and only show these 3, which are very similar again, just to have a better view. So Bosnian and Croatian are very similar because they're both correct now. The sentence would be the same, both languages. But if we simply remove 2 characters here, the sentence becomes 90% Serbian, which makes sense because this word is used in Serbian and not in the other 2 languages. So thank you for listening and have a good day.